Hi my lovelies, welcome back to my channel, and for everybody who's new, I'm Leorah and I'm so glad you found me. Okay, so today we're gathered here today, sweeties, to look and work and do something with this palette. So now I have to show you this. This is the Bare Beauty Volume 1 palette from Bare Beauty. Bare Beauty is an Australian-based indie brand, and this palette has been gifted to me by Christine, who lives in Australia, and she saw this and she said, Leorah, it's on the way to you, and I'm so grateful. Thank you so much, sweetie. Christine has been an ongoing blessing here for my channel, seriously. She has made so much possible, and I'm so grateful, really from the bottom of my heart. Okay, so this is the first release of Bare Beauty, and I'm super excited because I haven't really seen much of this palette featured on YouTube, but I mean, I haven't also been going around to look for it, but among my YouTube friends, I've not seen anyone use this palette, so that's why I'm extra excited that I get to do it. And that is awesome. Anyway, of course you see that this palette must just be me, because I always say my soul is green, and this is actually a palette that gives a lot to me in that regard. Okay, so anyway, let's get this close up to you a little bit, and this is how the palette looks. So you can see there are some greens, there are some teals, there is a black, there are two bone color shades here, and of course a yellow, and here you have like a blue, a light blue kind of a shade. Okay, I don't know what the exact name would be for that, but anyway, I guess it's like a bluish teal, or I have no idea. So anyway, we have of course two shimmers in this palette, which is this one, and then we have three pressed glitters, which is this one. This is the lightest, then you have a mid-tone one and a darker one, and of course the rest is mattes. Okay, so I did already two looks with this palette, and the third one we're going to do today here together. In the first look, which I am putting on me right now in pictures, I put on green shades, green together with yellow, and also of course that lighter pressed glitter and the mid-tone pressed glitter, and I loved it. And if you want to see this whole look in action, then go and find my new makeup releases number 50 video that just recently went up, because there I'm wearing this particular look. I combined it with a pretty normal, for me, black liner, because I felt that way and I really loved that look. The second look, I went more into the teals and the black, because I definitely also wanted to use the black a little bit and test it out, and I combined it with a brown liner, which is actually a little bit unusual for me, because you know I barely do brown and black liners anymore, because it's always colorful, but I kind of felt like it is unexpected still for a look like this, so that's why I did it, and I really like that look also. And I used the mid-tone pressed glitter and the darker one in that look. So now you have seen all the looks, and I have used all the glitters in this beautiful palette, and I couldn't wait. You know, I haven't used pressed glitters in quite some time again, and I was like super thrilled that I get to play with pressed glitters again. Also, I have to say, in the second look I put the pressed glitter on top of the black matte, which is always amazing. It's always amazing, but you have to be into dark looks, you know, just saying. Alright, so today I think I wanted to go a little bit lighter, and I also want to try those shimmery shades a little bit. They look pretty similar in the palette right now, you probably see that also, but this one seems to, I don't want to say something wrong now, but I think this one is a tiny little bit darker than this one. Okay, so anyway, and I want to definitely also use this one and this one, so today we're gonna go a little bit lighter. Okay, so that is at least the plan, unless something happens and throws me off. Alright, sweeties, let's just do it, I think, and then we shall see. So for today, I think, because I don't really have so much to talk about, I think I'm just going to do the look, speed it up so you get the benefit of seeing me doing the look, and then we'll just meet here again for the swatches and for the review part with the finished styling and of course the finished look. So yeah, I hope you enjoy, and let's go for it. lovelies, welcome back to the finished look, the finished styling, the finished everything, and the swatches that you have just seen, of course, also in the video. Yeah, so you saw it close up and I still have them here, and I'm actually super excited. Look at this black. Look at this black, like seriously, and also the shimmers, they look super foiled. I'm just super thrilled about this, like really, you know, this is a gorgeous palette, really. Okay, so let's talk about this. No, let's first of all zoom you in. Now my camera might shake a little bit because my tripod is a bit flimsy. Yeah, I know. Yeah, so this is how the look turned out. Of course, I combined it, and you saw that already before. I combined it with this glittery liner. The glitter is not a good glitter. I got that from like a carnival set from my kids, you know, but that was the color that I wanted, and I don't have a good glitter in that color otherwise. So it was not the best choice, and it's already like coming off a little bit here at the inner corner, but never mind that because that has nothing to do with the performance of the palette. All right, so let's zoom you back out. Sorry for the shakiness. Anyway, we're trying stuff, as you know. All right, sweeties, so this is what we used. The Bare Beauty Volume 1 palette. I wonder what the Volume 2 is gonna be, what else is coming up there. Yeah, but this is what I have so far, and this is cardboard packaging. You do have a very nice size mirror. You do not have shade names, and you do have, of course, the ingredients here on the back, and the packaging is this reflective, holographic, I don't know what the proper word is, but you can see it, you know, it's really pretty. So color scheme wise, I mean, you see what you get. It's beautiful. It's really beautiful. Is there something I would change? No. Let's start with how was the performance. The performance was really good. The performance was really good. It is maybe not the super most pigmented formula, but sweeties, before you judge, think about it. If it's buildable, that is fine. It makes it so much more easy to work with it, you know. And probably you saw, okay, maybe today was not the best example because it was kind of light shades that I used today, and of course I always feel guilty when I film looks like this because it always gives the impression that these are not pigmented, you know, but it's not the case. It is just because I used very light shades today, okay. But you saw in the pictures that I showed you in the beginning of my first two looks that the looks were super boom and vibrant and everything, you know. These shades are absolutely buildable, They swatched amazing. As you can see, I have nothing on my arm. Just like about 10 minutes before I swatched, I did some skincare, and that is it, you know. So sometimes I go a little bit overboard by accident with the skincare, and then the swatches come out all weird, but if I just take a tiny little bit, then it's fine. So today I got it just right, and it's really perfect. So it's beautiful. It's beautiful, okay? So let's not think that if something is not the, for example, Juvia's Place, you know, it's a super good formula, but if you ask me, it's not the easiest formula to work with. It's not. Like for me, it's not, because it is so pigmented. It makes it harder to work with, especially if you're just trying out colors for the first time or something, you know. It can be really tricky. So just saying, I'm not saying that this is not pigmented. Please don't get me wrong. It absolutely is, which you saw in the pictures in the beginning, okay? But just saying, because this is not maybe the best example of what this palette can do, this look of today, okay? So anyway, this is I'm making this much more complicated than it should be. Anyway, the performance was really good, also of the pressed glitters, and I think by now I'm pretty experienced with pressed glitters because I love to work with them, and I have a pretty good opinion on what a good binder is, and I think this is actually really nice. This worked super well. If anyone out there likes pressed glitters too in a palette, you know, you can, I think, trust my opinion if I say to you that something is good or is problematic. So this was actually really good. Also the black was out of this world. Out of this world. The pigmentation in this one is out of this world, you know, and I'm so glad that you put the black in because it makes the palette so much more versatile. Now, what would I change about the palette? I didn't use these at all, you know. I don't need them. I would probably have gone more into like a lime green, like a, I don't know, I would have put more greens in it instead of those. While I do understand why he did that. He is Rory, by the way. Just saying. I think I didn't mention before that the owner of Bare Beauty is Rory. So anyway, I also really like that the yellow is in there, because yellow and green is just a magical combination. And yeah, so that is that. The other thing where I think maybe I would have done something different is probably I would have put a bigger difference in color between those two shimmers. Maybe have this one be more like leaning towards these a little bit, you know? Of course, you don't want to have a matte in this green and a pressed glitter in this green and a shimmer in this green. I mean, really, but something a little bit more different than these, because the difference between them is not that big. Okay, so let's just see. Here is the one. This is one. And here is the other one. Here. Okay, so I don't know if you can see it. One leans a little bit more warm and one leans a little bit more cool. So there is a justification, but I guess the overall shade is pretty close to each other. Maybe one could have done more in a range there, but you know, I'm fine. As long as I get greens on my eyes, I'm fine. I also think that it's really nice that he put this blue shade here in the palette. I really do believe that with all of these tiny little additions to the green color scheme, he really rocked it and made this palette so much more versatile. Really, you know, like really. So this is probably exactly my skin tone here. So this could be the perfect blending out shade. I didn't really use it because my shades or my looks I blended out with this one. I think this is what I used for the first look, then this one to blend out the second look, and this one and this one I actually used today, so I didn't really use them so much. This has a bit of a white base. Let's just see, it's this one here, if you can see, and the other one basically disappears into my skin because it's exactly my skin tone, so I actually should use it, you know, I don't know. So it was also weird, honestly, because while I was applying the makeup and I was actually holding up my Bone Color Matte, which is basically the exact same tone, I should have just used the one in the palette. I don't know, I'm just so used to using the one that I have here. So anyway, never mind all that. Yeah, it's crazy. Okay, sweeties, color scheme wise, it's beautiful. It is absolutely vibing with me 100,000%. There were no dots in the palette. There was no creasing, there was no staining. It was super nice and buildable. Everything was fine. Cannot complain. Cannot complain. I really liked it. So please feel free to check out Bare Beauty, a new brand on the market in Australia. Definitely deserves our support here, and if a color scheme like this and of course pressed glitters in the palette is your piece of cake, then you might want to check this one out, because it's really a good formula. It's a very nice palette, you know, really pretty. Okay, so that is it. I hope that you did enjoy the video. Of course, you will find, as always, everything I'm wearing on my face and also my social media contacts for more looks and everything in the description box down below. I also have all kinds of discount codes down there, not with Bare Beauty, but with all kinds of other brands. If you want to check that out and use it, feel free to do so. And of course, if you're not subscribed yet to my channel, I would really love it if you were to subscribe right now, because this is your chance to be part of this beautiful tribe, and I would absolutely love to have you here. Alright, sweeties, so I'm going to see you here next time for my next video, which is going to be super soon, and up until then, definitely go ahead and sparkle. Hugs and kisses. Bye.